In this video, I'm going to go over every step of the process of making this t-shirt of Bernie Sanders looking a little cold and impatient, from a photo on the internet to a t-shirt listed on eBay, all in the span of a few hours. I'm Nicholas Johnson, and this is the Space Warehouse. Woo! First things first, we got to get out and get a copy of that photo. Fun fact, when you're Google searching for images, you can actually hit the tools on the right and then select usage rights, commercial and other licenses, and it'll show you only photos that you're allowed to use on something like this YouTube video. There's a bunch of ways you can turn a photo into something that you can print with just one color, but in the interest of not making an hour-long tutorial about Photoshop, I'm just going to kind of let this fly through the process I use for this kind of thing. It's a combination of Photoshop and Illustrator and a little bit of tracing and cutting out. Since his hair is so close to the color of the background, kind of got to separate the hair, made that into a layer. His glasses are a little too thin to kind of get made in a vector, so I cut out his glasses, made that into its own layer, and hid that. And bringing that photo into Illustrator, Illustrator has this whole like tracing feature where you can just change a bunch of different thresholds and it'll, as you can see, change how it traces it. I brought two of them over there because initially I thought one was going to be darker and I was going to use the face part of the darker one and then the body part of the lighter one, but I gave up on that. There's the hair that I traced out earlier, and here come the glasses that I traced out earlier. I was going to do something with the mask, but I tried a bunch of stuff. I tried outlines, didn't like it. I tried sort of drawing in some of the creases to make it look like a mask. A little overlay there. Didn't like that either. So ended up abandoning the mask. That's all right. Keep it simple. And also, since I'm planning on printing on dark colored shirts, we're printing with white ink. So you have to invert the colors, but inverted colors look super weird on people. So I made this little hand-drawn messy border around the outside of my Bernie. And then I use the color of the shirt as the print, and then the printed white as the background, and it ends up looking pretty nice. So with the design made, the next step is to print it out onto a transparent film, which I'll then use to burn a screen for printing. Once that's ready, we head on over to the print shop. It's in a garage in a rental house I own. This is a light-sensitive emulsion that you spread real thinly on a screen. You let that dry a bit, and then you put the film that we printed out earlier on top of the screen. Anywhere the light hits it, it's going to harden permanently. Anywhere the light doesn't hit it, where the black ink is, it's going to just wash off with water. And that's pretty much how screen printing works. So once it's been in its light bath for like 5 minutes, you just bring it on over to my little spray cabinet, get it wet, let it sit for a second. The pattern will start to show itself in the emulsion. And then you can just pressure wash it off. Although you don't want to pressure wash it too close, it'll blow through the screen, and you don't want to pressure wash it too far away or it won't work. Screen printing emulsion is light sensitive. That's the whole point of it. When light hits it, it hardens. But for some reason with yellow light, it doesn't do that. So the whole garage is under yellow light while we're doing that whole first part of the process. Then we bring it over, toss the screen over on the press, get a shirt on there. That little mist was like a kind of like a little temporary sticky, tacky stuff so that the shirt stays really still on the very first one. Pop off some white ink. It's real gloopy, real thick, real nice. This is water-based ink. It looks like such a messy process. Makes such clean lines. Now here's Bernie. Then he heads on over to the conveyor belt dryer, where he'll sit under a couple of infrared heaters for like a minute and a half or so. And once you get the first one done, you see that everything's lined up and you know the process is all working. That's when you just kind of can whip through them. You can make a t-shirt maybe every 20 seconds or so. So you can see if you find a design that's something people want to buy, you can really make a lot of money really fast, but it's that finding the design part that is tough. That part's done, so I closed up the garage and came back over to my office to get him listed online. Since I didn't take any actual pictures of anyone wearing the shirt, I just went on to the website where I buy the blanks and got one of their production images. And then I just used Photoshop to overlay my burning design onto that t-shirt. And I made a second one of just the design too, so that I could put that on the eBay listing. Then it's heading on over to eBay and just fill everything out, make a new listing. Hopefully I'm saying all the right things. Pop on the couple of pictures there. Blah, 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 fill everything out, blah, blah, blah. Completely make up a price of 16 bucks. Then whammo, it's online and for sale to the world. I feel like either I'm just not even going to sell the 6 shirts I just made, or I'm going to get more orders than I can handle. Either way, if you want to support my efforts over here on this channel, there's a link below to these very Bernie t-shirts that you saw getting made just now. The Space Warehouse is an independent production. You can follow me at Nicholas_James_Johnson at Instagram, or email me at nick@battlecatindustries.com. The Space Warehouse is hosted by me, Nicholas Johnson, and so far I do all my own filming and editing. I've got a really big week coming up this week with that IMSA race over at Daytona, so make sure you're subscribed so you can see what I come up with that whole process. I'm definitely bringing my video camera along to sort of document what it's like to go through shooting such a big event. The Rolex 24 at the Daytona International Speedway. Anyway, that's all for today. Blah, 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 blah.